Had Rosie Hodge for the call as we are fired up and ready for another great matchup on paper. We're going to see Hawaii's own Zeke Lau enter the lineup. He's had his rookie year, just getting started on the tour. Already with some action to kick this one off down the beach. Waves are looking rippable, nice and smooth conditions here in the early afternoon. Big hack out the back, carving through some big points here, and blasting it off the top. Now running through the whitewater section. Winding up for the tail high reverse and can't find the landing. So already some fireworks to kick this one off. As
Heat, so much excitement. This is Matea. And the same wave just further down the beach, ridden by Mitch Cruz.
So now seeing this back and forth action, Michael Rodrigues.
Excuse me, yeah.
Such an exciting surfer out of Brazil. Solid air game, just missed this ramp on the inside.
Yeah, excuse me, this.
Sort of was like, wait, I'm still of the age requirement, went down and won that event. Rodrigues made a huge statement in the lead up to that contest. Quick ride there from Beyrick to Vries, and went on to make his first final, and it was the Pipe Masters, beating Kelly along the way, which opened up the spot for Zeke. Blowtail reverse for Beyrick to Vries. Now he's running after a little bit of momentum towards the reform. Trying to really get himself down to the inside, punches it off the roof, and Beyrick has a second scoring ride.
On the QS Tour to keep his place safe. And here we go, Beyrick. He's had some great results in this contest before. He wants to replicate what Mikey February, fellow countryman, was able to do in the previous heat. Works hard for that inside section.
QS 10,000 really being in his backyard. He's kind of the true local to that event in Bolito, coming from Umhlanga.
Well done.
Thank you. I got nervous the lead up to that, but it's such a cool zone. Great waves around that part of the world.
Definitely. I mean, such a wave-rich area. I think Beyrick does that quite well. And Nomar, this is one of the great performers from the earlier rounds. Just such a solid surfer.
Solid, powerful act from out the back. Michael Rodrigues is a guy that has power, air work, and Nomar, the backhand you're talking about, so powerful. Nice composure off the lip, framing it vertically. Growing up on a wave called Pavones in Costa Rica. He has that backside hack on lockdown, no matter what size the conditions are. Nice and powerful out the back, and he's locked in a reform opportunity. Squares up vertically and smashes the finishing move. What'd you like about the first turn, Rosie?
I love that, just that whap, the beyond vertical approach, and then backs it right up with that second turn. You know how crucial it is to get those major maneuvers done on the outside. Also just biding his time, waiting for that inside connection. That tide's starting to push now.
Love when the bottom drops out and you have a section to work with. As we know, sometimes you can go the distance.
Results and just try and keep all the positives going into the next few events and just try and build. And obviously would love to be on the championship tour. It'd be epic, yeah.
Shot, bro. Good job.
Thank you. Shot.
Back to you guys.
I love it, Kaipo. There's a little South African slang. I couldn't stop saying shot brew when I was down there, Rosie. You got to just fit into the mix whenever you travel.
Oh, it rolls off the tongue, Joe. It's just a positive reinforcement. You see Mikey February reciprocating that. Brings a smile to your face.
So when can you say shot?
Oh.
You're representing Cape Town and a great hope to potentially qualify already for next season. Catching up to this heat, Michael Rodrigues throwing some rotations.
Wow, this is, he seems like he had that in his game plan all along. I mean, we've seen a couple attempts at these maneuvers, so throwing an air down on his first maneuver, then mixing it up with high performance surfing again, straight air on the inside.
Started getting boards from Matt Biolis overseas, and that really helped him get set up for a long year on the QS. Zeke Lau being real patient, finally gets started here with 14 left on the clock. Nice steady two-turn combo, and now hunting down the reform. Keeping that board moving, the powerhouse from the island of Oahu with the windup and a solid finish.
A It's so fun to watch these championship tour surfers. As we just see Michael Rodrigues getting in a tangle with the pylons. Hopefully he just escapes it there.
Back to live with Beyrick to Vries coming off the roof. He's got to get out quickly. Hopefully that board's okay. Water just shoving him to the north side. Pretty crazy when you're going for a big finish and the pilings are coming up. This is what Zeke Lau did on his opener.
Yeah, Zeke waiting a long time to have this opportunity. Mentioned how fun it is to see these championships tour surfers and their approach. Wonder how he's feeling in the start in a QS 10,000. Now a rookie on tour. Seems like he's really relaxed and bringing his best surfing to the forefront.
He's patient, got the finish, bottom drops out, and ended up being thankful that he decided to dry dock the reform. What about Beyrick's wave?
Beyrick was going so well on this wave, and then he had to have that quick exit, narrowly missing that pylon.
To the south side of the pier for that title. Zeke won his title right out here. As we look at the fin throw reverse from Michael Rodrigues. He's such a class act in rippable performance waves. The pep he gets when he's just driving through the flats is incredible. Even though it's a smaller section, it's so fun to watch.
5.91 required to get him in an advancing situation.
Already driving down the line on the right is the Costa Rican Nomar McGonagle. The wave's not helping him out too much, but he's keeping his power and control down the line. And he's just hoping for a reform. He's got it now. Hits it off the lip and he pulls it. Can't too much. He's like, I'll check out a right for you. He has beautiful flow on this wave. Didn't have the size as the less he had before.
No, but the flow and the linkage of these maneuvers is pretty seamless. Doesn't have that big maneuver explosive through the outside, but does link it together in a neat package. And also finds this inside connection. His pit crew seems to like it.
Topic when you see all the championship tour surfers in the draw here, as we'll see a wave being ridden out front. Michael Rodrigues, a couple of top turn arcs. His wedgy little right coming off the pier bowl. Pretty slopey on the open face, but keeps his rail wet. Now he's fading. Hoping this thing doubles up. I want to see this guy ramp up. There's the punt. Slav lands nice and soft, but he ends up out the back.
Danger wave. 5.91 required. You mentioned the slopiness of that wave, just meaning that he wasn't able to really dig into a section.
Beyrick out a second. Let's have another look here.
Yeah, this little wedge coming through on that pier bowl section lays right into it. Does so well to stay in that power source. Mentioned him wetting his rail, just laying it on that line, keeping it so well engaged. And then this through the inside section, great straight air. Unfortunately, doesn't ride out of it though.
And now back to live action with Beyrick, just catching up to that little end section hack. So he had to use priority after hanging on to it for a long time, and he'll leave 90 seconds for Zeke Lau to make a comeback. Zeke throws it straight up vertically, and he can't hang on.
This is, I mean, Beyrick to Vries will just be breathing a sigh of relief that both surfers were unable to complete their rides.
Being selective, only had one wave previous. Couldn't afford to fall there, but he's going to look to recover. Another hung up backhand snap. Zeke's running out of time.
Yeah, that is just crucial right now. Here goes Nomar.
Nice power move in front of Zeke. Hard off the bottom and hard off the top. That one's going to keep him for the completion for a while. Slowly rides out, but he's right next to the pier.
Out of there.
Whew. Maybe final attempt here from Michael Rodrigues with 25 seconds to go. Nothing on offer.
Wow, Beyrick is seriously bopping and weaving right now. Bullets are being fired and he's staying in the safe zone. Out there with priority, so control of the lineup. But now, you know, you asked me that question, who do you sit on with under 10 seconds remaining? I think he's going to be looking pretty for an advancing spot.
As we hear the horn sound, a very interesting outcome to this matchup. Zeke being very selective. Got his first wave really at the 14-minute mark. Ran out of time, and then the fall in the last two waves. We lose one of the highest seeds in the matchup. Rodrigues, a guy that has just an amazing track record in beach breaks. We're expecting huge things. He's knocked out as well. Nomar Beyrick taking the top 2 spots as the Vans US Open of Surfing continues. We'll be right back for more after this.